Right, morning hustlers. So Monday morning, it's the 10th. It is 5:45 in the morning. I'm going to get in gym in about an hour. I've come out this morning, reason being is Dale is back today, so I think it's only fair I get in, make sure the office is nice and tidy from, like I say, there's a few bits from last week that I've had out, X, Y and Z bits and bats. We're still under the kitchen refurb, I'll be honest with you, we've not even got round to that yet, just been absolutely manic at work, like I say. Look, is what it is. I'm going to give the office a good sweep through, give it a clean. A couple of Dale this morning for like a big handover, just obviously where we're at X, Y and Z. I've managed to work out the job logic system, well, do it to Dale's standard. I think so I'm hoping he's proud of when he comes back. So any jobs that have come in or been booked in and stuff, I've put on the system. Then it's just down to Dale to get invoice stuff. So he should pretty much know where we're at. It shouldn't be that bad, to be fair. It should be pretty much a swift switch over. Glad to have him back, like I say. It's been hard, it's been a slog. I said it before and I'll say it again. You guys that obviously work for yourself and stuff, wow, fair play to you, you know. Been there, done it, and I don't want to wear that t-shirt again. It's hard work. I think it's alright if your work's controlled, but like I said to someone before, when there was like, I work for myself, you work for the customer. And when you're a one-man band on your own in a van, and you've maybe got 6 clients on the go at once, and they're all screaming that they want you there, things become hard and it gets tedious, but nevertheless, we've got the main man. Can't wait for him to come back. He'll be in this office in the next 2 hours, and I am absolutely over the moon. So I'm going to get literally a bit of paperwork done, desk tidied up again. The only thing in this office is just the junk outside. It's a nightmare because obviously people that care nowadays, they've been there. And it frustrates me, especially when branding is everything, and it is very, very important, imperative. Branding is everything. Got the van clean yesterday, sorted the back out. My last Milwaukee pack out box came, so I will be getting that swept up, done today outside this morning as well. Got a few little bits to get tied up, and then we're on it. So let's go, hustlers. He's back. Gangster.
Not finished at R2 anymore, like that.
Shows your arms, to few people think you've been on gear since we've been away.
I'm skinny.
You've been injecting? You look stacked. We're back. Dale's back. Let's get some graft on. What are you saying, Dale?
Faster.
Come on, lads. Come on. Let me get the door for you, Connor. You got it? Our big man's got it sorted. So, he's back. What we know is, Dale, you've literally... Do you know what I was thinking this morning? Jokes aside. I jokes aside thinking this morning like it's Monday. You've literally had 2 weeks off, haven't you?
Really, yeah.
Like literally 2 weeks. So, up to now, you've been in the office 25 minutes. Have I managed to hold the fort, or do we not know yet?
Nah, you have to pay. You're well, mate.
It's hard, mate.
It's
Good to have you back, mate. Pass all that look at list and emails coming through.
129 emails.
He's Dale about no, but he's back on the 10th. You come in then. Cheers! So this is me now, just getting gas safety checks and stuff done on site. I'm going to obviously get this plant room cleaned out, done. Give this Evo Max a once over. I need to clean the louvre doors while servicing me. Bit of a freak, but I like to make sure, look, we're servicing. We're doing it all. We're not just doing it half-heartedly. Get it all cleaned up. We're the last one's been here, so it was good to do your last job, remember. One thing I'm doing while I'm doing these plant rooms again, I've got my hoover out and hoover all these out, because again this, no good. Just keep it clean, just keep it tidy. Wipe the door down. Again, this is a room sealed appliance, so it doesn't actually need ventilation. So what we've got here, this little setup is, while I'm doing it now, I'm just testing my air intake, because it is like it's on a partial vertical flow which goes up, and it's just terminated literally there. So I've checked upstairs in the cupboard. I'm also doing an air intake check as well there, which you got 20.5% O2, so flow is totally integrity check, totally sounds. Real basic setup this. So what we've got is, we've got a 40 kilowatt boiler. Basically what it does, it comes on this low loss header here, goes on there, using that shunt pump there, it shoots on there all the time. When the system's in demand, what will happen is that low loss header will then draw off through this twin head system here. Then obviously on the twin head system, wind pump number 1 is in use right now. That's sending it up to the zone valves which upstairs, and it comes down the return. We've got a filter installed there, literally returns down because it's an open vent system. It's just back literally into these systems got done a few years ago. I didn't install this one, another company. We didn't bother going down the road of putting a sealing the system. Reason being is, again, on the commercial dwellings there's maybe 30 odd radiators on the system. Just isn't worth the aggro. Converting things to sealed ends up sometimes being a nightmare, so if we can stay away from it, we'll, like I say, had a flush cleanse on this system and done. But getting plank, obviously we've got our gas meter, our water main for the full building and done. What I like to do is in these areas is hoover it completely out, get the full thing hoovered out, wipe everything down so it's nice and clean, and then again we've obviously the Caprani stamp on us, it's been done and been carried out properly. And that's it inside, 40 kilowatt appliance, so again goes on the heat exchange there. You can see it's a bit of a beast, this one. So this is the RD Levo Max, it's exactly like a heat only basically boiler. Service we're checking out, I've had it stripped down now, checked it all out, done all my readings which I'm happy with. Like I said, just thought I'd do a quick showdown inside, checking everything, making sure obviously flowways, everything's intact, it's clean inside, that's all good. Clean inside the base as well, just checking parameters. Big thing on these Evo Maxes is your air vents. I think that one's been shut off to be fair, but these tend to leak a lot. You can see on my Lolo's header here, that's definitely seen better days, so I recommend on the servicing that gets replaced maybe, but again it isn't have to be done. We just advise the company what we think should be done, like I say, so we just do what we do. But again, just get cleaned up in here, put the boiler fluid paste now down. I'm going to literally clean the plant room up and get it put back together just so it's again set in front of the year, check it out and then we're done. Just simple little things as well. These pump set, twin-head pump sets again, one commercial dwellings. The reason being we use these is one fails, one starts. Now on part of this site, it isn't up to date on the BMS building management system. So what I like to do, pump off, pump two. Could be jammed that one. I'm waiting for that to start spinning. I'm pulling away that. To be fair, I keep one of these spare heads in the yard, so I might have to replace that because that ain't spinning. You can see what happens there is on these Gunfoss indicators. If I switch back to this one now, yeah, faulty pump, it's not spinning, so it's one, it's either jammed, so I'll try for it up, or the pump head's knackered, so it's always worth testing. Go to pump two, pump one should I say. She's off, so indicates she's going. Happens again, like I say, if these don't get switched over manually, like I say, these will start jamming up. It's always worthwhile every month these get switched. Now I know it doesn't get done, but when I do the servicing, I like to switch them. So I'll make a note on that one. The Gunfoss Magna 1 is a faulty pump, so that won't replacing. So back to that one, leave it on hot water only for Legionnaires, stuff like that. And then again, this plant room is pretty much as clean, I'll be honest with you, as you're going to get it. I've hoovered up, wiped all the appliances down, so it's done, so it's all set for another year. Again, we are not promoting these. We use a system called Job Logic. It works for us. As I'm on it, I'm doing my gas safety now, gas service maintenance certificate now on the commercial. So it's pretty easy. Scroll down, type heat on the boiler, location, plant room model. We've got the Evo Max 40 kilowatt boiler, so it's Lowlands plants, yes. Inspected, yes. It's room sealed. Check operator pressure, combustion alarms, which I'm going to fire into it now. So I've got my readings on the boiler, which is all running smooth. But again, this system's pretty much simple. Just go through literally done. I'll show you in tomorrow's video one of the certificates, once to get it back to office, how they look. So simple. Used to this paper years ago, but again, moving the times. It's just easy for the client as well. Emailed, sent across, and on the back of that, we can get the invoice raised, which is we're all about it. Seeing on my certificate what I'm going to put on it as well. It just makes sense. It's good for the client to see what's going on, and also for myself to remind me. I keep a folder with all these services at the moment as well. So any remedials that need doing while I'm here can be done. So we can see here defect identified, pump head number 2 failed, Gunfoss Magna head 1. Remedial action, replace head needed. And that's it. Then it forces me through to my smoke seal heat alarms. I can come through, done, pipe where it checks everything, and then everyone is done. So I like to be organised, but servicing does you in. In my service kit, which I've got on now, got the Vito and bits and bats in there. What's it should I say? Radio, bags of rubbish, wipes, hoover, Milwaukee for the win. My new one come as well. Boom, look at that. Oh, look at the state of that. That's been leaking for a while, you can see. Corroded the airflow away. What it is, that is it. Don't want to say what size it is, mate, but I know it's a 2 inch, inch and a half. Stop tap, it's leaking from the body there. It's not, I thought it might have been a clogged tap. It's not, it's leaking from there, look at that. It's like pinhole or something, so that's another job again while we do servicing. Being another job to look at that one on for the other day. It's safe now, like I say, it's just leaking to the plant. It's not the end of the world, but obviously it's been doing it for a while, so it's going to want dressing short, except the creating damp and stuff in the pocket, but That is one thing I do hate when you offer a plant room door. It's like, what are we going to find? Say 9 out of 10 plant rooms, they're alright, but things that are out the way, not really going to see conspicuous. Like I say, I know these get checked out regularly, but some things go miss, unfortunately. Kind of bites me in the ass sometimes, doesn't it? Doing a proper job, cleaning the plant room stuff out. Snapped me hose a little bit there. Not enough to do. Get that. To be honest, yeah, I don't use battery back. Battery back, I've got a gas servicing hose, but some of these plant rooms ain't got 240. They've only got a fuel spare, which is sat feeding the boiler. I'm going to start off with that. Same again there, because these aren't getting switched over. So you should fire. Good to go. Front number 2, wide back to front, doesn't matter, but look, you can get pulsing this in. Try again. I will maybe try to stick the head off, but there'll be job for another day. Like I say, it's working on one pump now, but it tried to go then, but it's jammed solid that, so on to pump 1, be able to get my readings on this boiler, which I'm happy with, and then allow in a bit of time maybe to come back and strip that one out, see if I can get it going, grease it up, do whatever with it. But if not, it's going to be a new head, which again, they aren't too bad to change. All we do is disconnect this clamp here, disconnect this, disconnect the wiring, new head goes on. They're pretty straightforward. Bad thing is that'll be out of warranty now. I think I'm going to get a few, so warranty I can't remember, but look, it is what it is. Apprentice, you meant to work the hardest.
I ain't the apprentice, I'm the boss.
Listen, one with the service, you need to get this plant room cleaned out.
Why would all come back yourself?
So, 5:10. We're done for the day. Been servicing, got them done. Back with Dale now. I've got to get a couple of kitchens quoted that we're doing. Got a couple of kitchens to do, so we'll get these bits sorted out done. And then obviously, we're going to go from there. So, right, hustlers, that is us done for another video. Hope you enjoyed it. Content's out at the moment because with some major servicing, so I'm not going to bore you. We've got a lot of good things coming up all to keep you updated on that. What I've been called from servicing is this unit has been leaking, so I've had to rip it out behind me. What's happened is the waste pipe, which is there, so you can see there, it's literally cracked in the wall. So that was like that, literally in the wall, but you can see it's had a hairline crack as I've pulled on it there. It's given way, so that's been leaking for God knows how long. And what's happened over time, it's blown the unit. The nightmare thing with floor fitters is what does them in these commercial premises is it's pure lazy from either 1, the joiners, or 2, well, it's not the fault, it's joiners. They've got everything in first to get their bits done, the money done. What I'd have done here is I'd have got the floor put in first, then done it, but they're getting the floors in afterwards, so look at the job it creates now. We'll have to put a smaller unit in here. No two ways about it, definitely a small unit to go slap bang there. It can even go tight up to there. Utilise them, new waste pipe. But then I've got all this section. It's going to piece in, so they're going to have to end up cutting that and piecing it as best as they can. But look, this will do what we can do. We'll obviously get it done. We're going to leave this to dry now. Leave it, we pop back tomorrow, get it all cleaned up, double check everything. I ain't got no 32 million in the van, I'm annoyed. No, something well. The reason being is because I've refurbed the van. I'm still finding putting bits in. I've got boxes that are empty with bits and bats. But look, is what it is. I'm not going to cry. Mikey Pipes, what does it says, everyone? If you went testing, you're guessing. So yeah, that's me done for another day. If you aren't already, smash the like, hit the subscribe, do whatever you want to do. Let's hit the gym.